The Outsiders, written by S.E Hinton. The original first hardcover edition of the book was published in 1967 by Vikings Press, after Hinton at the age of 17 wrote the novel during high school. The paperback binding version I have here was published by Puffin Modern Classics in 2003 and is the 40th anniversary edition. The cover indicates the title and a photograph illustration that represents the characters in the text, whilst the back cover displays the blurb and a small quote, giving a reader a small insight to the book. The paratextual elements inside the book include the book page, indicating who the book belongs to, followed by a page of reviews that contribute to the selling of the book. The author bio page informs the readers about Hinton and her novel. Then the title page, The Outsiders by S.E Hinton, which is always followed directly after by the copyright notice and bibliography editions of the book on the verso side, showing the edition of the book, where and who it was published by, and in this case, there has been a few publishers. Before Puffin in 2003, also did it later again in 2007. This page is the foreword, written by Julia, and it gives a small introduction to the book. Lastly, before the body, is the dedication page, telling the readers that this book was dedicated or written for Jimmy. This part of the book is known as the body of the book and is the main part. This body is made up of 218 pages. The back matter of this book features a flyleaf page which is completely blank, used in this book to separate the end of the novel from the appendices, which in this case is the recommended books that relate to the same publishing company. And that's the book. After searching this book in WorldCat, I found it difficult to find any information on the specific 40th anniversary edition. I soon realised that all the Outsider books are written the same as the original copy from 1967, but have been reprinted by various publishers. The database identified 174 different formats of the text, including large prints, ebooks, audiobooks and cassettes, CDs, DVDs and videos. 114 of these were printed books, which also ranged in 20 different languages other than English. In 1983, the film The Outsiders, an adaptation of the book, was released, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The film received nominations and awards including Best Family Feature Motion Picture. However, it was criticised for excluding key scenes that the book shared. Hinton herself won a few awards, one being the award for ALA Best Young Adults Book in 1975. The Outsiders rated 4.05 out of 5 on Goodreads and an even better rating of 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon. The Amazon reviews state that the novel is said to be the best-selling young adult fiction novel of all time, with more than 8 million copies in print format. Even though this book was considered controversial at the time it was published, due to the portrayal of gang violence, family dysfunction, and underage smoking and drinking, and today is still debated in some schools, it is in the school curriculum as a set reading for its English techniques and themes. After searching The Outsiders on Google Shopping and eBay, I found a lot of results for different prices. They range from $2 onwards. $57 was the highest I found. The lowest priced ones were often second-hand books that were damaged or torn, whereas the most expensive books were the hard copy books in good condition that were signed by S.E Hinton herself. And that leads me to its ownership and personal history of the book itself. The book plate indicates that it belongs to my sister, Laura, and she first read it in school for educational purposes. Thus the tears and rips, underlined quotes and sentences, and the dog-eared pages that you can see in the forage. The spine has been creased due to continuous use, not only educational but for pleasure as well. It became my sister's favourite novel, and for that reason I had to read it. I was surprised how much I really enjoyed reading it. Although it was a quick read, I immersed myself in the story and felt a strong understanding and connection to the characters. Like Whitman suggests, that quiet reading allows the reader to withdraw into a realm of imagination, and that's how I felt reading this book. I think because Hinton herself was a young adult when she wrote this, that the honesty and authenticity give the book an immediate appeal, and encourages young adult readers to imagine themselves as a part of the story. The book enabled an understanding of the social and emotional depiction of society at a different time. This book still belongs on my sister's bookshelf, still being regularly read.